Well, good evening, everybody. Hope you're having a great night. Wednesday, middle of the week. Trying to get a race here going. As you can see, I'm the only hypercar signed up. Jones is the only GT3 car signed up. And the race is scheduled for 30 minutes time. So we'll see. And the joint practice button doesn't light up. So still a couple of bugs, I would say, to say the least. But in any case, we'll try to cope with it the best that we can. Fortunately, I'm trying to get the camera up just a little tad higher, and it doesn't seem to want to do it for me. So, okay, scrap that project. What are we going to do for 30 some minutes? I wonder. Just hanging out. Okay, so let's go and see if there's anything in the hosted. I doubt that there's anything for hypercars here. Another one just popped up, but 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 minutes. Beer League, okay. And there's practice here and only one person there. But like I said, no hypercars. So in the meantime, I got 30 minutes to kill here. Oh, we'll try this. Need to practice passing those GT3s. Okay, it's still working properly. That's good to know. Artemis Billboards typing. Let's see what he says. Pretty sure it's a new bug. Okay. Oops. You go right ahead. Ooh, almost drifted there. Almost. This game doesn't lend itself much to drift, though. I mean, I've seen some players really push it, but in general, see a little bit of slipping in the corners, but nobody actually drifted.
Lap 1:29.79.
Oof! Barely made that corner. Dang it. Almost didn't make it. Okay. 7 hypercars, only 1 GT. Nope, 2. All right. Are these the same guys as yesterday? Root beer, really? Well, I still got 23 minutes. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Big baby boy. Daddy's big baby. You're gonna have to wait until the string finishes. And you should be used to that by now. I think I spoiled you guys today. Mm. Okay. probably spent 3 minutes looking at that, unfortunately. Wonder what Justin is up to this evening. Maybe he's cooking himself some supper. Okay, let's look here. Looky, looky, nobody coming. Okay, 20 minutes. 20 minutes to go. So maybe give ourselves 15 minutes. Ooh. Okay, I wanted to know if it was quicker to do them in second gear, and it's not.
That time was a 1:28.23. That time was a 1:27.19.
I am really pushing it though. Ooh, really pushing it. Okay, let's head back. I can wait 10 minutes. Or 13, apparently. Only 3. Ooh, Brazilians. Oh, I lost the Canadian. All out of coffee. Dang it. Okay. Ooh, down to 5. Dang. Oh, lordy lord. What are we gonna do, Jones? Here's nobody in the evening. I actually had a weird idea tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna mention it. Might keep it for another time. Ooh, whoa. All of a sudden, a lot of these just popped up. A lot of people from Brazil. Guess they love their racetrack. But on the other hand, I kind of feel like maybe they think they own the track. So, elbows out. Oh, one just left. Damn. Are they paying attention to what I'm doing? They're like, let's go back to practice. There aren't enough people in here. Six minutes, 7 minutes. Ooh, American left replaced by a, I don't know where that is from. Yeah, I'm gonna unregister as well. Okay, like I said, I had another idea of what to do here. Okay, folks, if you guys can put up with me here. So for everybody wondering why I made all my first liveries in LMU, Bandai Namco, well, now you know. Okay. I do like Bruno. Okay, folks. Now you're gonna see why I've been racing the way I've been racing today.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "What on earth is this?"
Well, you'll figure out why I've been dealing with the traffic the way that I have today. Well, me and Jones we were trying to do Interlagos Gold, but there wasn't enough people. Unfortunately, GT3s can pretty much do just about anything.
Justin Slim Friesen says, "LOL. Is it possible to lose control?"
Yes. But it's not easy. Let's just say it's a lot more forgiving. I love this track though.
Justin Slim Reason says, "Oh dang, this looks bad."
Yeah, but it's fun.
Justin Slim Reason says, "How?"
It's different. Hey, this is what I started out with before coming to LMU.
Justin Slim Reason says, "Doesn't even look like driving to me."
Well, that's because I'm on the wrong side of the cockpit. Stupid car.
Brilliant overtake, nice one.
But you see why, when I decided to come to LMU, Viking was like, you're gonna have to practice, because any collision with any other cars is gonna be very bad. You're gonna get yourself banned.
Justin Slim Reason says, "I started in the F1 games. I thought they were great at the time. But The Sims were a real eye-opener for me. And in the best possible way."
Well, I was just having fun with this game, and I was wondering, you know, am I too old to be playing race car games? Can I have fun and stuff?
Justin Slim Reason says, "Oh sure. You can and should do what you enjoy the most."
But see, playing this yesterday was great practice for me, because it kind of helps me deal with traffic, I guess.
Justin Slim Friesen says, what game is this exactly?
Project Cars 3. The one that nobody likes. But I have a lot of fun with this. Because it is so game-ish like. That's why I like LMU so much. But this just gets me off of my fear of running into other cars and creating contact and stuff. And find a hole, try to make a pass.
Pile on the pressure, your chance will come.
And plus, I don't know how to drive, so very forgiving. Although I never really did the prototypes in this game. I was mostly doing the GTs. But I think I've become a much better driver since the days I've been playing this.
Okay, final lap. This is the final lap. Do not give the car behind any chances.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I'm at a loss for what track this is also.
Bruno, Czech Republic. I love this track.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Oh, never heard of it.
Well, maybe you can find out if they have it in iRacing. Is it one of the tracks that you can buy? BRNO. I call it Bruno, but whatever they pronounce it.
Justin Slim Friesen says. I'll check. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Fantastic, great win. You nailed it today. Brilliant driving.
We won this. Oh, I forgot about the camera. Dang it.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Nope.
Bummer. BRNOGP. Man. Okay, then. Well, they got old Garvey. They have Monaco, except I don't like Monaco.
Justin Slim Friesen says. But there's a mod for it on AC free as well.
Ah. They got Bahrain, my favorite track of all time. Not. They got Barcelona, but they got the chicane there at the end. Bathurst, Brands Hatch, Bruno, Cadwell, Daytona. That's kind of why I, Fuji. Hockenheim Ring. Nah. Classic. Classic was fun. The forest has taken over all of this. Apparently, Imola, Indianapolis, Interlagos, Jerez, Laguna Seca. They got a good selection of tracks. Places that I've never heard of. Monza Classic. Curve Grande. Mugello. Okay, well, guess what? We're going to Mugello. We're going go-karting. You want to go go-karting? Let's go go-karting. I'm really not good with my starts.
Keep focused, mate. You can do this. You'll make it up later.
Justin Slim Friesen says, Formula Ford?
I don't know. I call it go-karts because it kind of feels like go-karts.
That was a great pass. Fantastic.
I got no aerodynamics, only 4 gears.
Justin Slim Friesen says, oh, these are Skip Barbers, I think.
If you say so. I actually wanted to make myself a real live version of these cars with a motorcycle engine. Whoa! Dang it. Maybe now that I'm no longer riding motorcycles, I could maybe do it. And that would be another hobby. And then I wouldn't have any money to do this one. So we'll forget about it. Whoa, dude.
You're in a good position for the overtake. Wait for the right moment, then go for it. Great pass.
I would not call it a great
Awesome
pass,
first
but
sector. That's your best split so far.
there's no fuel, there's no nothing, no tire changes, no tire warmers, no cold tires. It's a game to just grab whatever and hit a track. So don't expect me to be doing this every day and every night. But since I already had a good race today, and Jones kind of convinced me to register for Interlagos this evening, but then nobody shows up. And he decides...
Justin Slim Friesen says. And I thank you for that. LOL.
And, then he decides to go and practice Imola. And, Mark's doing, I think it's Spa. I don't know if it's a silver race or a bronze race. I guess it's silver because he's doing LMP2s. Which, you know. Oh, if everybody's bailing out, I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go and play some Project Cars 3. And you weren't on, so... I figured I'll just practice my traffic skills. Since this game is so much more forgiving.
Great stuff. You've just posted the fastest first sector time.
And I'm stuck in your wheel. Now this guy's really getting to me.
That's P1. Great job. That's the fastest lap time of the race. Great lap.
Yeah, I don't hear that all too often in LMU. Fastest lap of the race? Yeah, never. But I do love this track, though. And this one you told me that they have it in iRacing. It probably looks even better than this.
Justin Slim Friesen says, yes they do. Justin Slim Friesen says, I think it does. But I really like the way your racing looks. Most guys don't.
Really? Okay. Well, it looks different than LMU, but I wouldn't say it looks bad. I find that both of them are pretty similar, and I'm just, you know, going from what I've seen on Glenn's stream. I do much better in slower cars. In faster cars, I can't keep up with them. Can't keep up with nobody in the fast car.
You've just set the fastest first sector time.
Justin Slim Friesen says, most guys make fun of the bad graphics. To me, IR looks more realistic. Mostly because of the car and camera movement, I think.
Well, you know what? And I'm guilty of it. I lower the graphics. One, it helps, but any FPS gain helps you in these kinds of games. So unless you have a 4090 or 5090 or a 3090 with 24 gigs of VRAM, most people can't really handle nice looking graphics.
One more lap to go, no mistakes now. work. You're really dialing this track in.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Agreed. And I really don't care about graphics. If the game feels and drives great, that's what I want. Everything else is gravy.
Well, then you would love this game because it drives great. See, like, this is one of the slowest cars, and it's the one of the ones that I have the most fun with. Just mainly because I can place the car where I want to. And I really get to enjoy those corners. They last so much longer.
Well done, mate. You really earned it today. Great job.
But this car also has the car, like if I had $1 million, well, not 1 million because it wouldn't be enough to buy the car. But if I was a...
Justin Slim Friesen says. Do they have a F3 car here?
I don't know what an F3 car is. But I can show you what they have. Keep in mind this game is already, what, 10 years old? So yeah, if I had $1 billion, they have some of the cars that I would love to have. Is one of them here? Well, obviously the F40 would be, you know, possibly one of those, but not. There it is. 288 GTO. Ooh, if I had all the money in the world and I could have any car in the world, this would be it. But okay, you wanted to know about those formula things. Well, they have these old one, vintage open wheels. I don't think that that's what you're talking about.
Justin Slim Friesen says. She's a beauty.
Well, she was made for rally, and the series got canceled. So they have these classic old F1 style cars. But that's not what you're talking about. And they have P3s, P2s, P1s. Formula E, so I'm pretty sure you're not talking about that. And then they have Formula B, which I don't know what this is, but I guess this kind of looks more like a Formula 1 car. And they got Formula Rookie, which is what I just did.
Justin Slim Friesen says. That's it.
Then they got Formula X, which I have no idea what this is. And then they have Indy cars. So Formula B would be what looks like a Formula 3 to you. So here I will take a short smoke screen. And maybe you can recognize the liveries from the first liveries that I made in LMU for all of my cars.
Just Slim Reason says, Formula B with their version of F3.
Okay. But this is also the publisher of this game, so that's why all of my cars were Bandai Namco. As first liveries for all of my
Slim
cars.
Reason says, they must not have the license.
Oh, it's possible. But I think one of the major factors why this...
Reason says, got it now.
I think one of the main reasons why this game closed out was because the licensing was so expensive. Because they have a lot of cars in this that you don't see anywhere else. Other than maybe Gran Turismo. You know, you're not going to see this or this, you know, in many cars games. But maybe they have them in iRacing because you can just buy it. Wouldn't that be cool? So, Formula B. Okay. I'm not going to be good in this.
Justin Slim Friesen says, F3 is my second favorite car in sim racing.
I'm not going to be good in this. Once cars get to be too fast, they're too fast for me. Strangely enough, I love hypercars.
Justin Slim Friesen says, it's around GT3 pace.
Really? Well, I'm really bad. I mean, you can kind of do some tuning too in this game. You can customize it. If I can click the button. Tire pressures, brake balance, downforce, suspension, do a few things. Spraying dampeners, a few things. Gearing. I mean, for an arcade game, I liked it because you could do a lot of things. To exit tuning, yes, I want to exit tuning, but I want to use high grip.
Justin Slim Friesen says, well, it's faster lap times, but top speed is less, I think. All the lap time is in the corners.
Okay, well that would make sense. Because of the downforce, except that you lose downforce at lower speeds. I mean, this game supports triple screens, and, you know, I had a lot of fun with this game. It's what, you know, got me back into the sim racing genre. And wanting to have a wheel and to try LMU. And so back when I was playing this...
Justin Slim Friesen says, at least somebody did. LOL.
Yep. And when I was thinking of another game, then you can thank Viking for suggesting LMU. As people were throwing iRacing, LMU, iRacing, LMU. But everybody said that iRacing was very expensive. He just threw dirt in my face.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Looks very understeering.
It might just be my driving. It could be that I don't know which gear I need to be in and stuff. Usually high grip on cars would make it overturn. And I don't know how to brake and all that stuff. Like I said, I don't know how to drive these. I am not good at fast cars. And it's strange feeling it in the pedals. Like when I was playing this game, I had none of that. But I can't say I've practiced either, because I mostly play GTs in this. Game. I don't know how to take the corners. And everybody else is just pulling away from me. Kind of feels like LMU at this point. I had a fun race today. So I don't know how to necessarily brake. And then what gear I need to be to do these corners.
That's your best sector 2 time so far.
But it was also a great game to learn a lot of tracks.
Great lap. That's a new personal best. Good job.
Hey, personal best. It doesn't say much because I accidentally uninstalled this game when I built my new PC. So I was trying to clear up some room on hard drives and deleted a game folder with a bunch of games in it, and one of the games in it was this one. I'm not even catching up to them.
That's your best split time in sector 2 today. That's your fastest lap today. Good job. That's the fastest first sector time.
I just noticed that tiny pedals doesn't work. I guess it's not compatible with this game. Or maybe I need to tell it. Like SimHub, which game I'm playing. I think these cars are too fast for me. Oh, I see a car over there.
That's your fastest lap. You've just set your personal best. Keep it up.
Hey, it might actually be catching up to the last guy, but it's the last lap, so I'm not going to be having time to do anything.
Best sector 2 time today. Great job. That was a tough race. We'll need to push harder next time if we want a place on the podium.
Hey, I'm far from a podium. Yeah. Yeah. See, when they were talking about bringing the Janetta to the game, LMU, I thought they were talking about this car, which I really like. And then turns out it's an LMP3. And I tried it and hated it. Hate LMP3s. Okay. Nürburgring. Nordschleife. Let's make my day a living nightmare. God, I hate this track. I'm not gonna do 7 laps here though, because this takes forever.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Still have never driven LMP2, 3 on Lemieux.
Well, 2 is okay. 2 is faster than GTs, slower than hypers. But LMP3s are slower than the GTs.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I do like the LMP2 on IR.
Strange that you haven't tried it though, then. Man, I really don't remember this track. I've done it a few times back in the day, but I really don't remember it.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I just got sick of prototypes. Now I'm starting to get tired of GT3s again. LOL.
Well, my friend, come to hypercars. But they're kind of like prototypes, I guess. We need a go-kart race simulator. That's what we need. And not that Mario Kart crap.
Justin Slim Friesen says, maybe I will next season. Keyword maybe.
Well, I've seen you in a hypercar already. Dang it. God, I hate this track. Like I said, this game is good for learning tracks. Because I'm not losing wheels and busting up my engine and DNF. But it's not really a sim either, so.
Justin Slim Friesen says, this cars is on rails. Or should I say between rails? LOL.
I think that was not how I was supposed to turn that corner. Man, I don't know how that 66-year-old man even survived this once. Or Verstappen and all these people. I mean, I could do it in a much slower car, but in these GTs I cannot.
Justin Slim Friesen says, it ain't called the green hell for no reason.
It is a beautiful, though. Beautiful scenery. And 47 corners of hell. Do I still have a car? Nope. Lost the wing, lost the trunk, lost the hood. Although the car doesn't take damage, it loses parts. Here we go again! Not. I'm happy to have just done it once. Why is my car not stopping? Not my favorite track.
Justin Slim Friesen says, the Nürburgring Nordschleife officially features 73 corners, 33 left-handers, 40 right-handers, along its 20.832 kilometers layout. Justin Slim Friesen says, while sometimes cited as having over 100 or even up to 170 plus corners due to varying interpretations of small kinks and crests, 73 is generally recognized as the official count.
Okay, well, this game recognizes only 47. All the others are bends. Road America. So this game did not have the license for Suzuka, so they made their own Suzuka track.
Justin Slim Friesen says, yeah, when you said that I had to check.
LOL. So they made their own Suzuka track and called it Sakito. But it's not an official track. Silverstone. Sonoma. Sugo. Texas Motor Speedway. I like this track. That's not a real track. Watkins Glen. The Glen. Yas Malina. Zandvoort. Spy. Solder. Let's do Zandvoort. I like Zandvoort. That's a crazy track, though. This is a crazy track. How did people race Formula 1 here? I have no idea.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Hot take. I don't like Watkins Glen.
Really? Well, the first time I was at the Glens is in the early 2000s. I was playing GT Legends.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Or Zandvoort.
I love Zandvoort. This is a great track. I wish it was an LMU.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Meh.
Do they have it in iRacing?
Justin Slim Friesen says. Great in an MX-5.
You can only do it in certain cars?
Friesen says. Presidential they do.
Dang it. Hey, my tires are not hot enough. Move over, Bentley. Bentley should not be racing. I don't care what people say.
Justin Slim Friesen says. No, you can do it in any car. But I only like is in small, slow cars. Justin Slim Friesen says. GT3 sucks here.
And I forgot the layouts of these tracks. This is a crazy track.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Get it out, Jeeps. Get all the frustration out. LOL.
Well, now you understand why today I was a little bit more fearless in traffic. Well, actually, you know, I don't know, but I do know that I played this yesterday. And then my attitude strangely changed a lot with traffic. So I'm not saying necessarily it had anything to do with me playing this a little bit yesterday. Or maybe I'm just getting more confident with the track and the car. And that's how it played out today, maybe.
Justin Slim Reason says. Well, whatever the case, something seemed to click.
Yeah, something clicked today. I'm really hoping, though, that's because I'm getting more confident in the hypercars.
That's your best sector 2 times so far.
And with the track and the setup in general. Yeah, Viking says you can't race like this in LMU.
That's your fastest lap today.
And that's the one thing that I'm not liking, either from iRacing or LMU, is the door scraping.
Justin Slim Reason says. Well, you can if you don't mind getting banned every race. LOL.
I kind of miss the door scraping, though. I also used to play Need for Speed Underground, and we would scrape doors online all the time.
Good lap. That's your fastest.
Like you say, I can work it, I can get it out of my system.
Justin Slim Reason says. I'm primarily an open wheel guy. So banging doors is very much against my nature.
True that, yeah. Open wheel, you do not want to do that. But I can also see why you don't like this track in a GT3 and iRacing or whatever, because if you can't touch nobody, it becomes extremely boring.
That's your fastest second sector. Nice one.
But man, I had to practice a good month in LMU before going online to get rid of all these bad habits.
Brilliant. That's the best final sector of anyone today.
Justin Slim Reason says. Yeah. You literally can't pass unless the guy ahead F's up.
It's a crazy track. And I find it crazy driving a GT3. Can you imagine Formula One back in the day? Oh, he tried to flip me, dang it. You should thank me because I just had him gain a position by kicking him there.
This is your last lap. If you get a sniff of that position, go for it.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I can't believe F1 brought it back. Good riddance, I say.
You're up to 7th place. 6th place isn't far away. That is your fastest first sector time. Keep it up.
You know how I was saying earlier today that the steering wheel felt light here? It doesn't. I think it's just the hypercars that feel lighter. These GTs are really feeling it. Man, those sausages really grip you.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I think Kyalami would be a great track for F1. I hope they'll add it one day.
Kyalami.
Good, solid effort.
Name rings a bell.
Learned. You'll have them in the next one.
I might have... See, back in the day of GT Legends, it was the same guys that made R Factor, and the game was open.
Justin Slim Friesen says, South Africa.
Yeah, isn't that where there's the big mountain? Maybe I was thinking of another place in Hawaii that has the erupting volcano, but... I could be mistaken. I'm all confused. But I might... Back in the day of GT Legends, it was open to the modding community, so you could put cars in there, you could put maps, tracks. The online community wasn't what it is today. So obviously, if you didn't have the same cars and you didn't have the same tracks, well, then you couldn't connect, etc., etc.
Justin Slim Friesen says, I think so. Just outside of Johannesburg.
Then I don't think it's the one I'm thinking about, but let's go to the K's here. Is it in here? No, Knock Hill, and that's it. Okay, so I might have downloaded it back in the day for GT Legends. I don't know if I still... These drives are so old. Both of these drives go back 20 some years and they still work. Games. GT Legends. Oh, this is not a backup. This is the installation file. Ew. Does that mean?
Justin Slim Friesen says. Probably. I'm sure F1 raced there in the past, so it's relatively known.
Oh no, I got a backup GTL here. Tracks add-on. Why is there only 2 here? Is that the folder I put them in? Okay, where did the tracks go? Did they go into game data? Maybe locations? Monza, A-Ring, Anderstop, Barcelona, Bathurst, Brands Hatch, Brno. So this is why I love Brno, because I used to play it in GT Legends. Buenos Aires, Bugatti, Cadwell, Charade, Darlington, Daytona, Dijon, Dubai, Enna, Estoril, Imola, Indy, Kyalami. I found it. I found it in my backup GTL files from back in the day. Kyalami. Played Istanbul, Le Mans, Manicool, Michigan Oval, Misano, Monaco, Fakisa, Road Atlanta, Silverstone, Suzuka.
Justin Slim Friesen says. So you do know it.
The Mother, Three Rivers, Virginia, Watkins Glen, Zandvoort, Zolder. Oh, man, I downloaded a lot of tracks back in the day. But it was fun because there's no ABS, no nothing. So I'm kind of familiar with the concept of not having ABS and all that, because GT Legends is back in the day. It's the Legends from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So no BS, no ABS, no traction control, no electronics, no nothing. It was all about the throttle. You really had to go easy on the throttle to get your car around the track. But I was also playing with a gamepad. So I kinda love the game, but we didn't have this gear that we have today back then. And GT Legends, I just, put that aside, and that was the last time I played racing games. Up until I picked this game here, Project Cars 3. And was like, okay, let's go for it. Let's see if I can still do this, if I still feel like it. Yeah, I'd probably need to reinstall GT Legends. But it's the same graphics as R Factor 1. Same physics, same everything. There's probably a ton more cars and a ton more tracks to download today than there was back then. Back then, you would download some tracks and some cars, and it really looked like JP was trying it out for the first time, seeing how good he could do. So, a lot of it looked like Mario Kart, the first Mario Kart. Some tracks, some mods did not look good.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Yeah. If we had wheels when I was young, that's all I would have been doing my whole life. LOL.
Well, that and that's kind of why I want to try the force feedback joystick that Moza has, the AB6. I want to get into flying too, because I used to love that. But back in the day, the only game that would support it was Microsoft Flight Simulator, so... But man, I used to play Red Baron. Red Baron 3D. The planes from the First World War, the biplanes and triplanes. And man, some fights lasted for 20 minutes. It was awesome. Kind of like today, you know, I was sweating bullets for a good hour. Had tears in my eyes for no reason all of a sudden.
Justin Slim Friesen says, flight sims look cool, but I've never liked flying games.
I really like that one. Because it's slow. It's slow. It takes you, you know, we would have big wars, you know, 32 people in the server. Back then it was a lot. So 16 people on each team. And you'd fly off from an airport and it would take you, you know, maybe 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes to get to the fight. And then the fight would last like 20 minutes. Then you get shot down. Then you have to start all over again from the airfield.
Slim Friesen says, but I, LL admit, all that new flight gear looks awesome.
You know, so... Then I kind of tried, what was it? Microsoft Combat Simulator, which was kind of fun, kind of faster. The online was really laggy. Like you're shooting at somebody and they disappear. They're not even on the map anymore. It was really laggy back then. I did not like that. And then people came out with War Thunder and had me try that out. I really did not like it. But I still remember those first biplane wars that I played back in the year 2000s. I really had a lot of fun. That was essentially the first online game I've ever played on the internet with friends and people. And back then, man, my PC was a piece of trash. And people would just send me parts. No kidding. You know, back in the day where you could give your address to somebody on the internet. And, you know, 2 weeks later, you receive a new modem, a new hard drive, a new video card, more RAM in the mail from people all across North America.
Justin Slim Friesen says, that head tracker you use would be great for flight sims as well.
Well, back then, somebody sent me a Voodoo card because I didn't have Voodoo initially. But Voodoo cards used to have this thing called, dang it, I forget. They used to have a glide. They would call it glide. And your cockpit would become semi-transparent. And you could actually, like you said, the head tracker, you could use your, what is it, those little map buttons, up and down, left and right, to look around the cockpit. So when you were fighting, you could kind of see the planes underneath you because your cockpit went semi-transparent. So yeah, I remember, you know, tracking enemies. They would go underneath you. You could keep on tracking them. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm having fun with cars. I mean, you know, I'm not getting any younger. You know, to have reflexes to play that kind of stuff, and I'm guessing DCS is going to be the same thing as iRacing, so if I get into that, everything becomes expensive. But I kind of want to try it because they do have like a free, I think you have like one plane and one map area that you can kind of try it out in DCS for free. Then everything else you have to pay for. One of these days I want to try it. But yeah, Love Zandvoort, this is a crazy track. But yeah, I played Kialami. I knew the names that reminded me of something. I mean, I'm pretty sure I raced there before. Except I don't remember it, so it probably wasn't one of my favorites. Not like Mugello and Le Mans and all these other tracks that I know. But, you know what? It's past time and my cat's been antsy for 3 hours now. Been wanting to go out since 7 o'clock. So I guess time for me to call it quits here on the stream and call it a day. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. I got my groceries to do. Anything else in the day? I don't think so. So I should be good tomorrow.
Justin Slim Friesen says. Alright later.
Laters. A big thank you as always, Justin. Oh, fingers crossed. See you in the next one.